the thing I like about this club is that it's family-centric. So this isn't just for elite Olympic athletes, and this isn't just for beginners. It's for everyone in between. And there's people, every time I come out here, I see families with their kids, and I see people camping and fishing and getting ready to go hunting. And that's what's really appealing to me, is the future of firearms and the future of hunting and fishing in this country. Is the responsibility rests on the shoulders of people who are the participants. And if we're not good ambassadors for the sport, it will disappear. It's disappeared in other countries around the world, and if we're not responsible and if we don't get young people and women involved specifically, the sport will die and our pastime will die. And whether that's right or wrong isn't the debate. We are the ambassadors of this sport, and of enjoying safely being out either to go and hunt or to go and shoot or to go and fish. I mean, they all go hand in hand. So a place like this that fosters it in a safe manner that's accessible to all people is quite nice. I've been lucky enough to have been to a lot of clubs around the world, and this is one of the nicest facilities I've ever seen for a club that isn't expensive to join and it's accessible for all people. Some of the nicest clubs in the world are incredibly expensive to be able to go to, and if you're not right from the right class within that country, you won't go and shoot there. This place is amazing because it's affordable, so most families can afford to be a member here, and it's accessible, is that anyone can become a member. It's one of the nicest facilities I've seen anywhere in the world. So it's a great place. Up. Up. It's a full-time, it's not an occupation, it's a full-time pastime for us. I mean, the money in Canada doesn't allow you to make it as an occupation. Other countries in the world tend to support their athletes, especially with sports that involve firearms, a little bit differently. So shooting in Canada is difficult because it's not treated the same as other sports would be. So it's a full-time hobby for sure.
So you have some sponsors?
Yeah, we're sponsored by either associations provincially, that's most of the athletes are, and then by Sport Canada because it is an Olympic event. And then we have very few equipment and manufacturing sponsors in this country just because it doesn't have the cachet that it would in a place like the US or even all through Europe and through the Gulf, where it's a massively popular sport in Europe, that all the competitions are live broadcasts and there's parades and there's tours and you sign autographs overseas and you get home and the anonymity is nice when you get home, but it's very different coming back home, that's for sure.
Jonathan Weselake, who is our Canadian Olympic skeet champ. He's on the Olympic team. So this is the new home of Jonathan Weselake. He is going to be shooting out of Courtenay here. Jonathan is also interested in bringing other members of the American team and the Canadian team here to practice in the month of December for the whole month. So if you really want to come up and watch some fantastic target shooting for clay birds, he's the fella to come and watch.